Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be running you through how I plan for my week. It is a Monday, which is a little bit odd for me doing this weekly planning thing on a Monday. Usually I am so good about doing it every Sunday, but yesterday was just so wild and super busy, and so I didn't have time, and so we're doing it on a Monday. It is so gloomy outside right now. Something aligned like this on purpose for me because it's not often that I miss doing my reset on a Sunday, but when I do, I have such a hard time really sitting down on Monday and planning for the whole week. I find myself just like planning on Monday for Monday and Tuesday for Tuesday, and I don't want to do that. I really want to plan for the whole week, and I feel like all that gloomy weather is just such a good motivator to stay inside and not go out there at all. Also, the pollen has been insane, which really has nothing to do with what is happening right now. I feel like I'm just telling myself reasons I shouldn't go outside and I should sit down and do this. Weekly reset, I've got my handy dandy laptop here. I'm ready to go. I will say that I'm super excited, but also I'd be lying to you if I didn't say I wasn't nervous for this video. This is my first time doing a weekly reset, and most of what I see planning wise on YouTube is more just plan with me for the month, which is so valid. I also sit down at the beginning of the month and plan my life out, but I'm surprised that I don't see more plan with me for the week, because I know that, at least for me personally, if I don't sit down and plan things, like time block out my days on a more specific level than just planning for my month, then productivity goes out the window. Like, I find myself doing anything else, cleaning the house, answering emails, scrolling on social media. If I don't time block my days and fill the space that I have with things that I'm actually interested in doing, life always fills that space. But as far as our plan for the day, I have 3 really important things that I use every single time I do my routine: Google Calendar, Notion, which has my content calendar, and then Google Sheets, which has my meal planner. So I'm gonna take you through how I set up and organize all 3 of those things, and then also just put in the specific activities that pertain to this week and all of those things. I use my Google Calendar to actually time block out all of my days and put in, like, by the minute what I expect to be doing each day. And that one is more important than ever right now because I feel like inherently my life is lacking so much structure. I'm on a little fun employment break right now, which is really exciting. It's a dream, but it also makes it so easy for my days to just get engulfed by other stuff. Because usually we have such a defined structure. Like, we have our mornings, we go to work, maybe we go to the gym or something, and then we have our nights. And then when the whole day is blank, it's like, what would you like to do? Sometimes I feel like I'm just frozen. I sit and I'm like, I don't know. So Google Calendar is like my Bible. I need it. I'm just gonna start by walking you through the general organization of it all, because I feel like if you don't know what you're looking at, it just looks like a sea of colors. Like, it just looks like Easter puked all over my screen. So let me show you my calendar. Welcome to my Google Calendar. Here's what I mean about Easter just throwing up all over the calendar. I do already have today planned out, because without it, I wouldn't know what to do right now. And then I do just have like some blocks of other things that I know I want to make time for. There is one other thing that I usually do that I didn't mention when I was talking about like the 3 steps that are part of my weekly reset routine, and that is making just a huge brain dump before I do anything. So usually before I attack my Google Calendar and try to plan everything out for the week, I like to just make a list of things I know I want to accomplish for a week. I guess it's a mix of some goals and then just some like random tasks that I know I want to get done. That is such a hard word to say. I just had a conversation with my sister about this. Why is tasks such a hard word to say? I feel like usually I just say tasks, you know, like, I just say tasks. Like, I think you just say it fast and you cut off the S or something. But when you really try to pronounce every single syllable and sound in tasks, it is such a hard word. But anyways, let me pull up what those were for this week. I did highlight the ones that I thought were highest importance in green, and then the next ones that are like, it'd be nice if I could get to it, in yellow, and then I highlighted in brown something that I feel like I am gonna do anyway, but just like a little reminder to set aside at least 15 minutes somewhere to do it, because sometimes I will literally fill every minute in my calendar and then I completely forget to do things that usually come naturally to me, like checking in on my budget. And so I just wanted that little reminder to myself to make sure I at least check in with my budget at least once this week. But the things that are in green, I want to be posting 1 time on YouTube this week. I want to film 1 YouTube video, which we are doing right now. Love checking things off of the list while I make the list. Just love that for myself. Post 2 pieces of short form content. I've been trying to be better about that, and I think that I have been, but I still need that reminder to actually do it and not just focus all my energy on YouTube, because I love YouTube so much. Consistently do my morning routine. That's something that's pretty new for me. Over the past couple weeks, I've been trying to find a routine to follow in the morning because I am not a morning person. I'm a self-proclaimed night owl and I hate mornings. I just feel like in the morning when you start doing things, I have this running list in my head of other things I know I need to do versus at night, I'm like, this is it. I could chill forever. But I know that our mornings are so important for setting up our days. And so I'm trying to be better about getting a consistent morning routine. So I want to make sure I make time for that. And then I need to go to storage at some point this week and do like a full, I don't know a better word than like audit of my storage unit. Like I need to figure out what's inside that I need and what I don't need. And the things I don't need, I really want to sell on Poshmark or Facebook Marketplace. If you know a better place to sell clothes, please tell me. What is it called? Plato's Closet. They're going to give you $5 for like $40 worth of clothes. They are so stingy with it there. Poshmark, I sold some things on there before when I first started listing. All of them would be gone within the week that I posted them, but I feel like Poshmark was maybe pushing my stuff to the front because I was new and it was like trying to encourage me to keep doing it, because now I'll post and like not get any replies. And I don't know, maybe my stuff is just trash, but I feel like it's a them not pushing me out as much thing. And then Facebook Marketplace. I've sold some clothes on Facebook Marketplace, but most of them were VCU gear, which is just the big college in my area. And so other students in the area would pick them up. If I just post normal clothes on Facebook Marketplace, I'm not sure that anyone's like doing their shopping there. So if there's another medium that I'm missing, let me know. So yeah, I need to go to storage so that I can do that. And then I need to finish my Spanish test. I've not done my Spanish placement test. If you've seen any of my recent videos, then you know that I'm going to Panama soon, and that trip is happening in 2 weeks now. And before I go and do my Spanish immersion classes there, I'm supposed to take a placement test. And they sent me the link for that probably about a month ago. Still haven't done it. So this week, 100% doing that test. But if somehow I magically have blank spaces on this calendar, I'll fill it with trying to find some new clothes for Panama, because if I'm going on a new trip, I need new clothes. I don't make the rules. Plan out an excursion for Panama, and then I definitely will find some area to like check in with my budget. And the last thing I want to do before just getting into this, planning out the week and running through what I have planned for the week with you, is tell you what you're looking at. There's a lot of colors happening. Yeah, I feel like it can be confusing if you don't know what's happening. Usually I have 3 main calendars. I have a YouTube calendar, which has become just a general content calendar. When I first started making content, I don't know, 7 or 8 months ago, I was just doing YouTube, so it was just YouTube. But now it's content because I have some short form content. And then I usually have a 9 to 5 calendar for my job and knowing how much time that's going to take up during the day. And then I just have a personal where I put anything that is just for me. So I recently created this pastel yellow color calendar for my morning routines and just things that are going to be taking up my mornings. I know that I'm really setting aside time for that. And then I don't know how much I'm going to use this one, but I did make a little like phone calls calendar. That happened when I realized I needed to make 2 phone calls today and I didn't just like them being pink. And then the favorite new innovation that I made was I made this like cream color in the background here, all of these things. And those are just background activities that I have for myself. Sometimes I have an event that I'm going to be doing all day long. For example, this Saturday, I'm going to be hanging out with my sister and going to go see a football game with her, but that doesn't mean that I can't get anything else done. Like, I don't know if I want to post something or something like that. And so I didn't like the way that if I put a full event on something and it's a color, it looks like that full day is taken up when it's really not. So I made a new calendar called Background that is just this cream color and it's in the background. So if I put an event of something else I want to do, like if I want to post a video, then I can put it on top of whatever's happening in the background. So I love that. Love that little innovation for myself. Okay, now that you know what you're looking at and I have explained to you what you're looking at, I'm gonna go ahead and just actually plan for the week. And then once I do that, I'll run you through my plan for the week. Okay, fully done with that now. Just like I feel like I can breathe a little bit once I have my week planned out, because before that, I just have all these ideas in my head and I'm just not sure if everything's going to fit. So now that I know that it should fit, we're good. We can chat about the plan for the week. So here is what I hope that Tuesday looks like. And I say hope that because I'm trying to be better about understanding that my plan for my time is just that. It's just a plan. I am not Doctor Strange. I cannot control time. Unexpected things happen. But I like to think of this as like 100% productivity. And I don't know how other jobs work, but usually for physical therapy, which is my full-time job, if you did not know that, but usually for physical therapy, what is expected of me or like what I'm shooting for is like a 70 to 80% productive day. So that's how I've been trying to live my life as well. Like this is 100% productivity, but if I can get through 70 or 80% of that, that would be a decent day. So for the most part, outside of doing my morning routine and going to the gym in the morning, Tuesday is just a content day. I really want to make some good headway with my road trip vlog. That vlog is so long. I tried to do like show myself packing for the trip and then show the actual road trip. I finished filming it almost 2 weeks ago now, and it's like, okay, it's time. We need to go ahead and edit that thing. So I'm gonna go to a coffee shop. I've been going to Starbucks a ton to do my work. Recently, I tried matcha. We're getting off topic here, but I have to tell you about this matcha in case you have any suggestions for me. Recently, I tried matcha because I want to be a healthy girly so bad, but I'm also the pickiest eater you're ever going to meet in your life. And so matcha was something I was just like, yeah, no, that's not for me. Would not like to drink grass. But I'm trying to be so much better about trying things because I have not eaten half the foods or drank half the drinks that I'll tell you that I don't like. And so I'm like, you have to at least try it. So I tried matcha last week for the first time and disgusting. Mostly I felt like it just tastes like milk. I didn't think it tasted like grass. Like mostly I felt like it just tasted like oat milk. And I hate milk. Like just the idea of drinking milk, gag. I don't know why, but I hate it. Like when I see someone drinking a full glass of milk, immediate judgment. I'm like, how do you do it? I know that's an unpopular opinion, but like, it's my opinion. So anyways, I'm trying to find some yummier versions of matcha. If you have any suggestions for a matcha order I should try, let me know. I put a poll out on my Instagram and this is everything that came back for what I should be trying. So I told myself that at least once this week I'd go to a coffee shop and try a matcha. That's what I'm gonna be doing on Tuesday, editing. And then I'm also gonna film a piece of short form content that day and try to edit it after I get back home. I am doing a series called Making a Morning Routine. Like I said, I'm trying so hard to be a morning girly. And so that's a series that I'm doing on my TikTok and Instagram to try to like hold myself accountable for being consistent with my morning routine. And so that's Tuesday. And then Wednesday is like complete opposite, not much content happening at all, but I'm making it the storage day. So I'm gonna go to storage and hopefully clean it out, grab the things that I might want and grab the things that I might want to sell. And then with a little bit of time at the end of the day, I do want to plan for the next piece of short form content that I want to post. Thursday, back to being a content day, but I'm gonna just work from home that day. As much as I love working in coffee shops, I also feel like I need to buy something when I go there. Like otherwise I feel like I'm just loitering, and that is not in the budget. That's not part of the budget. Multiple times a week spending money on coffee when I don't even like coffee. So Thursday is gonna be a work from home day, and then I'll try to fully finish the road trip vlog. That's pretty much all I'm doing Thursday. I did do these like background pieces in the back. So like if I click on this white piece, all of that is to finalize the road trip, and then it's split up into little hour or 45-minute, looks like some 30-minute slots for like specifically which part of the vlog I want to be editing. And so proud of myself, I've also added in little spaces like 15-minute spots in between to make sure I take time to just breathe, because sometimes I back myself up like back to back to back editing for like a full 4 hours, and I just don't think that's realistic. I've never sat down and edited for 4 hours and actually been productive for 4 hours. I'm sure that I give myself these little breaks here and there, checking my social media, talking to a family member. And so I feel like if I plan to take breaks, I will hopefully find myself taking less random unplanned breaks, and it will lead to overall more productivity. So yeah, that's Thursday. Just gonna hammer out the rest of that road trip vlog and hopefully get it posted on Friday, where I just want to make sure that I post that vlog and then post my last piece of short form content for the week. What else? Oh, and then the last thing I want to do Friday is start editing this video so I can have it up in a timely manner for next week. Oh, and then Saturday, like I said, I'm going to be spending most of the day with my sister. So I adjusted my morning routine just a little bit. I've been trying to go to the gym in the morning, but I cut that out. I don't hold myself to that on the weekends. And so I cut that out, and mostly I just am going to wake up, do my routine, get dressed, and go hang out with my sister. That is the week. That's like the toughest, largest part of the weekly planning that I have to do. So happy I have that done. Now I want to show you my content calendar that I use on Notion and just talk about my plan for what I'm gonna post this week. Welcome to my content calendar. This is a super basic content calendar. It does not branch off into like videos of exactly what I'm hoping to do. It really just shows me what am I posting this week / this month. And so I'm focusing in on this week right here. I used to put in blocks for when I wanted to be editing things and when I wanted to be filming things, but then I was just like, it's feeling like a repetition of what I already have in my Google Calendar. So I started just only putting exactly what I want to post in my content calendar. I kind of already talked about the posts I want to make this week, but just as a recap, I'm going to do my making a morning routine post. Oh, that's not spelled properly. And then I'm going to do a running out of time carousel. I just started doing carousels recently on Instagram and I love them. I feel like I've been hearing murmurings or like mumblings that those are starting to become even more popular than Reels, or getting even better engagement than Reels are, which is perfect for me because I love doing little pictures and drawing on them and doodling on them. It is just filling the whole heart of the creative in me. I love it. I want that carousel to be all about time. I haven't really figured whether I want to focus more on time management or about like seizing the moment and making sure you are like living in your present, or even kind of what I was mentioning earlier, the idea that like we can't fully 100% manage our time, or I guess time management isn't 100% under our control, and just recognizing that time is something that's out of our control to a large degree. So that carousel is going to be about time, but I haven't figured out like what aspect of time to make it about yet. And then finally, I want to make sure I post my road trip vlog. This says Saturday, but I think on my calendar I had it up by Friday. Let me look. Road trip final edit. Yeah, this should be going up Friday, so I'll move that. Yeah, and so those are the posts for the week. It's so wild. The week looks so empty when I look at it right here, and it feels like I'm not doing enough. But if you switch to Google Calendar, it's like so full, all for just 3 little blocks on the content calendar. So that's the content that I have planned for the week. And then the final step in all of this is to meal plan. And I'm gonna tell you right now, let me get my meal plan up. You know this if you've seen any of my vlogs, but when I say I'm a picky eater, I am not lying. And I don't know why it needs to be said that I'm not lying, but I think I just hear people be like, oh, I'm a picky eater. And it just means that they like don't eat caviar or like don't eat sushi. Like that is not a picky eater. I am a 5-year-old, 6-year-old palate type of picky eater. Like I am a no condiments picky eater. I am a PB&J sandwiches only picky eater. So this meal plan gets super repetitive, but the wild thing is Devin is the exact same way. I don't know how I found someone that is equally as picky as me, but the universe was looking out for me. So this meal plan, it's like nothing fancy. It's a bunch of chicken. And on that note, we eat so much chicken. So if you have any like chicken meal ideas, please tell me, because I need to add some more variety to my meal planning. But here's what my meal plan looks like. Okay, so we are on the week of April 6th. So today is Monday. Yesterday, I was supposed to make Louisiana chicken pasta. I did not do that because Devin bought us food out last week, and so we just ate leftovers Sunday. So I'm gonna change that to leftovers. And wow, I love Louisiana chicken pasta. It's something that I need to mentally prepare to make. It's a lot. We try to do our own version of like Cheesecake Factory imitation Louisiana chicken pasta, which is one of Devin's favorite meals. And funnily enough, that's what we're doing tonight. We're going to Cheesecake Factory. So I'm just going to put that in here. It's so funny. We were sitting in bed last night and I was like, you know what would be so good right now? Some bread from either Cheesecake Factory or Texas Roadhouse. And so today we decided Cheesecake Factory. And then I guess the rest can stay pretty much the same. I'm going to change this chicken and rice to chicken and mac and cheese. We just had chicken and rice. That is all of my meals planned for. Let me know what your thoughts were on this video. Like I said, it's my first time posting something like this. I love planning for the week, but I don't know how interesting it is to watch back for someone else. So I really need your feedback on this. And so now here's to just hoping that the week goes as close to according to that plan that I just set out. That would be absolutely wonderful. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon in another video. Bye.